And don't forget to order your copy of Football Game Plan's latest book, Stiff Arming Football Myths, an excellent book that you can find on our website at footballgameplan.com/books, available in both PDF as well as paperback form. For the Bills in this ball game, they can't try to make Kyle Orton beat Jim Kelly. Allow him to operate off play action. Allow him to work that running game, because the Bills quietly can run the football against anyone they face. They're going to have to make sure they run the football heavy against Detroit and allow Orton to operate off play action. You don't be afraid to press on the corners versus Detroit. Where Matt Stafford has success is utilizing that strong arm to throw through passing windows. But if you're tight in your coverage, he's going to have to be consistently accurate. I don't think he can do that as of yet. Now, that offensive line also can't have it all day. You're going to find out the difference between E.J. Manuel and Kyle Orton from a mobility standpoint. Kyle Orton can't get out of the way like E.J. Manuel can, and probably shouldn't even be the starter in this ball game. But the offensive line definitely have to do their part to make sure they keep him well protected in the pocket. And for the Lions, tight end play is going to be crucial. They have excellent personnel at the tight end position, and I'll explain that even more so in our game plan segment of this video. But the tight end play will be crucial this week versus Buffalo. I think that's where they have the mismatch and the advantage. And the misdirection running game could be in effect versus an aggressive defensive front seven like the Buffalo Bills. So your counters, your draws, your traps, those type of plays, in my opinion, can have success versus this Bills defense. And the perimeter defense for Detroit has to excel, because Buffalo will try to get outside with C.J. Spiller and Fred Jackson in both the running game as well as in the passing game. So your perimeter defense has to excel if you want to shut down the Bills offensively. The Buffalo Bills want to get Sammy Watkins more involved in the passing game, and I'm going to show you how versus the Detroit Lions they can do so by getting his speed going across the middle of the field to try to generate a big play in the passing game. Show you what we have drawn up here. Creative set. We're going to put Sammy Watkins tight to the line of scrimmage, keep the tight end off the line of scrimmage, trying to show the influence that, okay, there's a bunch set. We got to get a lot of the information, a lot of the coverage going this way. And really what we're going to do, we're going to add another guy to this side. We're going to put C.J. Spiller in motion and bring him outside of the widest guy aligned, which is the XY receiver. He's going to be right here. So now you have four guys on one side. The defense is going to adjust, try to get in better position, and now you want to bring Sammy Watkins across the formation. His job is to shoot straight across, try to aim for the opposite pylon. And now what we're doing on the backside, you have a skinny post. You want to keep it skinny so that way that safety has a wide range of field to cover. He has to make a choice. Now, what we're going to do to hold this safety, we're going to keep this tight end at bay. A lot of times people think the tight end is going to go out into a route. We're going to keep him at bay to help protect up front. And we're going to send the receiver on the skinny post. So you see we have three posts, and C.J. Spiller just kind of hangs out here as a check down. So you're going to hold at least a backer and or a safety. And now you get Sammy Watkins running across the formation, hopefully on one-on-one versus safety. And now with Kyle Orton back there, hopefully he can put the football in place where Watkins can run under it. And that's one way the Bills can get Sammy Watkins the football this week versus Detroit. The unique part about the Detroit Lions personnel is that they have three tight ends that can be effective in the red zone. Brandon Pettigrew, Joseph Fourier, and also the rookie Eric Ebron from North Carolina. And I'm going to show you how they can utilize all three along with Calvin Johnson in the red zone to try to get some big plays, try to get a touchdown. I'm going to show you right here, Reggie Bush in the backfield. So again, you have all sorts of weapons for the Detroit Lions. You have to respect the guy on the backside, Mr. Calvin Johnson. So that's going to probably draw the free safety. And what you want to do with him is run a straight streak. So you know it's going to draw the free safety. Now how you want to work these tight ends, front side, all three guys. We're going to put Pettigrew on the line, Ebron in the backfield, Joseph Fourier on the outside with his height. We're going to run a streak as well. So again, it could pull that strong safety over top to try to help out that corner. So we're going to show play action fake. We're going to put Ebron in motion as if he's going to try to seal the edge in the running game. And at the snap of the football, Stafford drops back, fakes the handoff, which will hold these linebackers here. You have to respect Reggie Bush in the backfield. Now what we're doing, we're shooting Ebron out, hopefully trying to get this strong safety to jump here in the flat and bringing him back over the middle. Pettigrew works up and heads back to the goal post, the inline, back of the end zone, trying to hit him here. So you really could have a passing window with Ebron here, or find a way to get the big tight end Brandon Pettigrew the football in the back of the end zone. So that's how you can utilize three tight ends running off a play action that you have to respect Reggie Bush, using Calvin Johnson as a pseudo decoy to pull the safety out of the way, because you really want to work front side to your tight ends. And that's how the Detroit Lions can take advantage of the Buffalo take advantage of the Buffalo Bills in the red zone this week utilizing their personnel.
The biggest X factor for the Bills will be their offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett, and the type of game he calls for Kyle Orton that he couldn't call or couldn't get the job done with E.J. Manuel. So it'll be interesting to see what they do from an offensive standpoint that they feel as though Kyle Orton is the answer as opposed to E.J. Manuel. And the X factor for the Lions will be their offensive line. They've done a solid job all season long, but they have to do an even better job in the running game to get that running game going with Reggie Bush and Joique Bell if he's out there healthy. But last week versus the Jets, Matt Stafford took way too many shots, and this week versus Buffalo, they have the same type of aggressive style defensive front that can cause problems, so that offensive line, again, has to bring their A game. I like the Detroit Lions in this ball game. I can't put full confidence behind a Kyle Orton-led offensive attack against an aggressive front seven like the Detroit Lions, and the Lions quietly are playing excellent on both sides of the line of scrimmage like I mentioned before, so I think they'll take care of business this week versus the Buffalo Bills.
What's up, fantasy football fans? I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. For all of your starts, sits, fantasy football notes, news, and tidbits, tune into our podcast, Football Game Plan Starting Lineup, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on our Football Game Plan Radio Network, which is located at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan.
And don't forget to check out Football Game Plan's NFL Wraparound live every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time at blogtalkradio.com/footballgameplan, where we give you all of our late-minute and last-minute notes, news, and tidbits and thoughts on each and every game on the NFL schedule. And I also want to give a huge shout-out to Lion Fan Forums and Bill Fan Forums for always showing Football Game Plan support.